So there's a restaurant that's open for a few months that very few in Bengaluru seem to know about. It's thick, chilled, and very satisfying.
Chicken malai tikka.
Chicken malai tikka. This piece is softer and also more moist. The dal is smoky. The lentils in that hold their shape just up till the point that you place it in your mouth. All the dishes that I've tasted thus far, chicken malai tikka, butter garlic fish, the honey chili potatoes, the hara bhara kebab, and the 3 gravies, right from the dal to the matar paneer and that kadai chicken, are the sort that are tasty and hit the spot without requiring you to fuss too much over them. I've tasted so many dosas, but it's always nice when that water goes on the hanchu. You know that that hanchu is getting ready to receive that dosa. Huh?
Like dosa also benne male. Butter rain.
So dosa mele benne to male aagtarante, huh? It's been ages since I've tasted a Davangere benne dosa. And so when I heard that they had the real deal out here in Bengaluru with the Davangere benne and also being cooked over that saude ole, I was very curious, very excited to taste it. He said benne to male, finally benne to flood. That is what I'm tasting in my mouth. So that is the oven, wood fire oven hai.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So when I look here, it's like I've stepped back in time. India mein probably this will be one of the oldest running bakeries.
जी हो सकता है सर.
You know, I really like the simplicity of Ismail.
जी सर.
तो इसमें क्या आता है?
जी इसमें वेनिला आता है सर. इसमें भी वेनिला ही आता है.
अच्छा.
इसमें मैं ऊपर वो पीनट्स वगैरह डाल के बनाते हैं.
हाँ, और ये वाला?
So ये शॉर्ट ब्रेड बोल के बोलते हैं.
That is a coconut biscuit. And now to that दिल पसंद. ये पफ का कितना है यहाँ पे?
तो ये हम लोग 13 रुपए में बेच रहे हैं.
That's all.
जी सर.
And this दिल पसंद?
ये का 13 रुपए उतना ही है सर.
So I think even the prices here are the sort that have remained in the last century. This dil pasand is more like a coconut toffee that is trapped in this puff pastry. You bite into it, katum, and then on the inside it's a little chewy.
जी सर.
You're an MBA.
Yes, I was working in a software
Okay.
IT industry. I had an accident with a BMTC bus which ran on my foot and I have lost my right foot.
Oh my goodness.
So I had a passion for cooking, I had a passion for eating also. I used to see the vlogs and I used to go to those places that have good food.
And then
I shifted to hotel industry.
hotel industry. I love the manner in which that egg beaten with that kolambu holds on to that dosa in a very tight embrace. And there's some chicken keema that's going on it. I can't wait to taste that yera, the prawn. I've just tasted the prawn in this dosa. And I know that this yera curry dosa is going to be something else altogether. And now the rice that has been half boiled there is now being portioned into the biryani eggs. There's some that went into the mutton, some that went into the chicken akhni. Now the biryani is going to rest. There's no fire there, but those charcoal embers are hot. I can feel that searing heat. So well, one of the deg has just opened.
Mutton has.
Mutton biryani. I think to me this is the prettiest sight in the kitchen. हाँ?
Yes, sir.
जब वो बिरयानी का घूंघट उठता है. हाँ? And now you can see some of that mutton finally emerge. Well, one niwala now with the rice and the meat. The texture of the meat almost mimics that of the rice. जितना नरमी राइस में है, उतनी ही नरमी उस मटन में है. नहीं? Delicious. I know it's rich, I know it's creamy, and this is certainly what your doctor wouldn't advise. But once you get going on that butter chicken, it's very difficult to stop. So this is that gravy that the rice is cooked in, and that eventually becomes the biryani. That meat is soft. Mutton biryani. Chicken biryani. Fantastic. Well, this is the reason why we are here at the Taj Hotel in Shivaji Nagar today. There's nothing as comforting as the touch of some hot biryani. I just tasted the onion and 2 grains of the rice, and you can certainly notice the difference that the meat makes. 14 years ago.
We started in a 10-per-ton room,
Ah,
and then that's how it took birth.
fantastic.
We only used to do roasting.
Ah,
All of us.
Roasting started in our house only.
okay. Idu halu menusina saru. I love it. I think it's very warming yet gentle, and I think the combination is like the icing on the cake or the huli on the avlaki. Once the flavor of the pepper you get accustomed to, now I'm also tasting a bit of the flavor that comes from the leaf. This is your sakre pongal. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
What it reminds you of?
ನೈವೇದ್ಯಂ ಪಚ್ಚ ಕರ್ಪೂರ
ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಓಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Meghna, this is my cousin Meghna.
So I'm told you are the person behind the food here.
She takes a lot of pride in it, from her ajji to her mother. Yeah,
Her mother, so that's how it came along. And
yeah, over generations, yeah.
ಸೊ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಊಟ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಳಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
this is the main actually.
So this is like a biryani ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಪಲಾವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
Palav,
ಪಲಾವ್. Okay.
mutton curry.
Oh.
Chops, mutton chops. This is the main, it goes combination with the biryani. This is mushroom biryani.
Mushroom biryani.
Yes.
And now for some of that mamsa. If you ask me, that meat and this is a bonus. When you taste that gravy, that saru itself conveys to your palate all that it needs to convey. It's absolutely delicious. I mean, this is truly inspiring. He began in a Talgadi. He used to have 3 or 4 people, but now today he's moved into this setup, and today he employs 15 people. Fantastic, huh? ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ?
ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಯೂವಲ್ಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ತಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡ್ಲಿ.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ತಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡ್ಲಿ, ರೈಸ್ ಬಾತು, ದೋಸೆ, ವಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಐಟಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು 4 ಐಟಮ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು.
Fantastic. I like his philosophy. So there's some ghee that's going on top now. Some Nandini tuppa.
And then he's going to cover it with some bale tomato rice.
ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ರೈಸ್.
Is now resting on dum. I don't think I've ever said that line in all the 1,000 episodes perhaps of Gourmet on the Road that I've shot. So every day ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಒಂದು 2,000 ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
15 ರೂಪಾಯಿಲಿ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಬಟರ್ 2 ಚಟ್ನಿ ಅನ್ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್. ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಿಸಲ್ ಆಯೆ, ಪಾವ್ ಭಾಜಿ ಆಯೆ. There is also some chicken dishes that you do.
Yes, I do chicken keema
Okay.
and green chicken masala.
The food that you do here, now you're making a paneer burji. You're trying to
Yes.
create a cafe
Create a-
with some comfort food.
Right.
Some shenga chutney and also I'm being brave, some of that fried green chili. Allow for that farsan to soak that tari a bit, just enough so that it has imbued its flavor but hasn't given up its texture to a powdery paste. So what's interesting in this particular dish is, as I discovered in the kitchen with Pooja, they use a homemade masala which is called a kala tikkat, and that's what gives this chicken keema, the Saoji style chicken keema, its flavor. So I have come here just a surprise visit, but it's nice to see that the place is very spick and span, very organized.
Chicken chops.
Chicken chops. Korma. This is looking very good. Huh? This is the mutton korma. That's a juicy morsel of chicken. On that note, let's taste now some of that mutton fry. That piece of meat quite literally slides off the bone. Oh, I love this. Oh, that mudde is soft, and the salt that will go very well with that kurma, mutton kurma gravy. Oh, I love the texture of that mudde. Chicken biryani. That rice does feel a little sticky to the touch. And is extremely flavorful. When you step in here, it looks like Andre Namo Hale Kala. We've stepped back into those good old days.
Trying to maintain the same thing.
I think that's something that people don't realize, Allah. To create something new is very easy, but to maintain a legacy is very difficult. And that too in a manner where they're paying a great deal of attention to culinary traditions and serving those dishes at as affordable a price as possible. That's a spicy chutney. So you have a bit of the sweetness in that goli bhaje, and then you have that khara green chili punch. What I like about the sambar is a balance of flavors. It's not a sambar that's too sweet, it's not a sambar that's too sour, it's not a sambar that's too spicy. There's no milk solids, but there's the milk that brings it all together, and you can definitely taste a bit of that creamy texture in this dessert. Well, all the dishes that I've tasted, the Mangalore bhaji, the idli, vade, khali dose, palya, sagu, bread toast, halwa, and the coffee tea is all of rupees 217.
Being born and brought up in Bangalore, we love Adone biryani. But what always pricked us was, why isn't there a brand in the organized sector which has popularized this particular biryani Pan India.
So is that a brass vessel?
Yes, that's a brass vessel. Keeps the heat intact and the flavors is intact as well. So this is particularly used to prepare the biryani.
Some fennel and some jeera. Well, the spices are working their magic in the oil, and that's a very important part of a biryani coming together. You want to make sure that the oil gets all the flavors of the spices that go in. This is where it all begins. So now that lid of that patre comes out, I love the manner in which chicken masala is now bubbling away. Almost as if inviting that rice, that jeera sambar rice that comes from West Bengal to join the party. How much kilo rice is it? 5 kilo. So 5 kilo meat, 5 kilo rice.
So what's unique about the jeera sambar rice is it completely takes the characteristic of the biryani masala.
Nati koli rasam, fantastic. Drumstick chili. Nati style chili chicken.
Chicken kshatriya kebab.
Chicken kshatriya kebab. There's a crunch of the batter. That's a rather flavorful batter that's holding on to the chicken. Mutton nalli fry. That's a piece of meat that's extremely soft and pliable. Chicken biryani.
Mutton biryani.
The mutton biryani. So this is certainly a biryani whose flavors will remind you more of the aromatic spices. You know what's interesting here is that in terms of color, I'm told the ingredients are the same, but the rice of that chicken donne biryani is a little lighter as opposed to the mutton donne biryani. There's also a tinge of sweetness somewhere that I'm tasting. I don't know if it's a character of the fennel or perhaps a star anise, but there's a lovely juxtaposition of that very mild sweetness against the warmth that comes from the spices. Well, if people are waiting an hour in advance, there must be something to the dosa. Let's find out. Dosa new ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ?
ನಾನೇ ದೋಸೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ತೃಪ್ತಿ. ನಾವು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಖುಷಿ.
I love the manner in which that butter is integrating into that dosa.
This is butter masala, Preeti Canteen.
Very hygienic, very relishing. You can really enjoy.
If a doctor endorses well, that's all that one needs.
Yeah.
That's a dosa that feels extremely, extremely fragile. This is the natural sourness of the yogurt that's been toned down by the milk. Cardamom is there, elakki. The sweetness of the chena that makes the two layers of the champakali contrasts with the sappe nature of that khoa. And in that khoa, you can detect a whiff of that cardamom. Fantastic. So it tells you how decadent a Mysore pak is. For a 14 kilo measure of Mysore pak, there is 6 kilos of ghee, 6 kilos of sugar, and only 2 kilos of the gram flour. Just 3 ingredients that go to make that decadent, that luscious dessert that everybody loves. And some more tuppa going in. ಇದು ತುಪ್ಪದ ಸ್ನಾನ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೂನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆ ಸಖತ್ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆ ಇದು Well, that's a sign that is perhaps not really the happiest of greetings as you arrive at the restaurant.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. ದುಃಖ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್.
Yeah?
Why are you closing it down?
Our customer base comes for that nostalgia, comes for the old world feeling.
One thing that everybody will want to know is why. 40 years. So ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಕಾರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರಾಗೋಯ್ತು. ಏನು ಮನೆ
ಸಂಬಳ, ಊಟ, ತಿಂಡಿ, ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಥರ.
They are the pillars of our business. Without them, we are nothing.
Rasam. I love the aroma. I can smell a little bit of the ಜೀರಿಗೆದು ಪರಿಮಳ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Have breakfast only in Peshawar, 365 days a year, and only dinner at home. Sometimes time comes for everything has an expiry date.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವ್ ಪುರಿ ಸಹ ಇದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಪುರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಪುರಿ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ ಪುರಿ ಕೇಳಿ.
ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ನುವನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪುರಿ.
ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ.
ರಿಯಲಿ? ಸೊ ಇದು ಮಸಾಲೆ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೋಕಲ್.
ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸ್ವೀಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ನೆಸ್. The spicy hit of the pani and the creaminess of that peas. I can feel the spice emerge from my throat and make its way up to my nose. Shimoga certainly likes its chaat a little spicy.
This is dosa hunter. Heart of Meenakshi.
The heart of Meenakshi Bhavan. Well, that is the idli cupboard where the idlis are preserved after they come out of the steamer. Big size vade, tumba dodda size ide. As I'm holding it, I can feel that the lightest of touch of my fingers is creating an indentation in that vade. That is how soft this vade is. Oh, that sambar too is delicious. And solpa chutney kuda. What I'm also enjoying is the flavor of the hingu. Well, this is that iconic dosa that brings legions of fans to Meenakshi Bhavan here in Shimoga. I'm going to go for that dosa right in the center. It's more like a salad of sorts. All fresh ingredients. There's some fenugreek leaves that have gone into it. That's the base. Heldike chaat matra is actually very healthy. Super. ಜನರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಕೆಲಸ. This is delicious. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು?
ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬೇಕರಿ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದವನು. ನನಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಂಡವಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
You know, I've tasted many a chaat and many a snacks, but something like this I've not tasted. It's got all the goodness in the ingredients and more importantly the taste. Whenever I see a banana leaf placed in front of me, that means it's a meal that's going to be memorable. Shaple curry. The flavors of that shaple curry, I can taste that chili hit right away. I'm definitely tasting the creaminess of the coconut and somewhere in there a bit of the aromatic flavors that come from the hard spices. Well, I thought we had a quiet start to our lunch here, but if you look at the flurry of dishes that have emerged since, some sambar, and that is the pepper chicken.
Oh, the pepper chicken. So I think that will be a good combination with the matta rice and that coconut fish curry.
Brown mango curry.
Ah, chemin.
Kerala chicken curry.
Kerala chicken curry. I don't think we can keep up with Ajita's service here. There's more and more dishes that are finding their way to our table.
Vegetable fish curry.
Vegetable fish curry. And why do you call it that? I've never been through anything like this. A sanitized hygiene approach like this. Seems like a mountain of shrimps, but I like the manner in which each person is actually looking diligently through that shrimp, almost like they are sorting pearls. So this is the Kerala fish curry. That's a very traditional Kerala fish curry, coconut fish curry. But the technology in which you are processing it after it's prepared.
Yes, that is the retort, and that technology makes this stays longer in the shell.
I've tasted many dishes between yesterday and today, and if the one thing that I must tell you is that the flavors that I've tasted in the masalas, the flavors that I've tasted in the spices, the gravies have been spot on. If you were to place that in front of me and not tell me and say, okay, fine, you've sourced it from this very famous restaurant prepared by this very famous cook who's been cooking it for the last 60 years, third generation, I would believe you. For the purpose of this exploration, I've decided to keep it simple and look at plum cakes that are easily available over the counter for you to enjoy. The aroma of that cake greets you as soon as you open that box. Want to taste some plum cake? So this is a plum cake that is rich but yet not too rich, not over the top. So also plenty of butter that goes in?
Yes. Yeah.
Ghee also?
Ghee and butter also.
Perhaps that's why this is a cake that also feels very rich.
Yeah, very rich.
So this is a rose cookie, which is again a very famous Mangalore-nalli sumar ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ಲ?
For Christmas.
For Christmas. You can definitely, I think, inhale the vapor of the rum in this.
It's like you're eating Christmas.
It's also, oh, this is a plum cake that feels very moist.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I've held a plum cake as moist as this.
Moist.
You can actually see that in the camera.
Yeah. Actually, this rich cake should be minimum 3 days old. Then only you will get the proper flavor and taste.
Well, the first Christmas cake that I'm officially cutting.
Because it is rich.
It is rich.
You find it difficult to
for the knife to go in.
Go in.
You know, for the fact that this is an eggless cake, I can feel the warmth now and of perhaps your spice mix. Both these plum cakes. I also find that these are cakes that register with a bit of weight. It's a lot more richer, denser.
Yes.
But you're not trying to create a plum cake to the English recipes, which is very heavy. You're not trying to do that.
No. ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So you can say localized plum cake.
And then this is like a nice fruit cake, but when you bite into the raisins, that's where you're tasting more of the. So this is my last stop. I've done 6 places and I'm like plum cake out. I don't think I can eat any more plum cake. If you'd like to support the work that we do at Food Lovers TV, do consider joining our membership community on YouTube by hitting the join button below or on the home page. You could pledge a nominal sum and receive special privileges like behind the scenes footage, shoot updates, access to live Q&As and a lot more. You could support us on a Patreon page as well. For more info, check out the links in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment below. Happy eating.